hours to listen to distinguished academics, those who have practiced and have schooled and have learned and have taught in this area or in this subject matter, to discuss the level of democracy in this country and the role of the judiciary in protecting it. I urge all of you to listen with attention and to participate when the need arises. Thank you so much for coming, and may we have a very sound, deliberative discussion.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor Seydou Alidou. Now, we want to do some one or two other reshuffling of the seats, because we want to bring the distinguished speakers and dignitaries on the podium. The camera is not showing their faces, so our viewers are worried. So because we are interactive and audience-oriented, we decided to listen to the audience or the viewers. All right. Again, let me just acknowledge the presence of the General Secretary for the Convention People's Party, Again, we're streaming live on Thank you. All right. Let me introduce the General Secretary for the Convention People's Party, Nanaya Achimpem Jamtua. Please give a round of applause for me. One of the few vociferous women of the day. Thank you for your presence, ma'am. Also, Tina Ifa Wedi. Please give a round of applause. She is the Eastern Regional Deputy Women's Organizer of the NDC. And then also with the NDC, Mary Ewusi. I do know that she's with, or she's on the National Executive Committee of the party, as well as holding a recently appointed position, for which I will inform you subsequently. Please give a round of applause subsequently. Thank you very much. Also with us is a distinguished Professor of Law, currently the Dean of the University of Ghana Law School. Please, Professor Raymond Atuguba. Let me now call on Benjamin Esuman. Please give me a round of applause for me. He's Executive Director of Solidaire Ghana. He is leading the team that's doing the partnership with the department.
Thank you, Reverend. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. I can see in the auditorium Julius Lugas from Kolekulote, and then I see Ben Dumasi, Chairman Greg, a lot of all of you. And I think Roland missed out on one of my board members. If I refuse to mention him, I may suffer punishment at the next board meeting. Honorable Hanan Gondado. Thank you. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, we are here on the invitation of Solidaire Ghana and the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana to have this historic public lecture, and because the matters at stake are of great concern to us and of our national interest. We have met here as citizens of Ghana and major stakeholders in the construction of a free, democratic, prosperous, and happy nation. We all see the need to meet today to discuss critical issues arising from the growing mistrust of the Ghanaian judiciary and its implications for democratic accountability and the associated national security concerns. Regarding national security concerns, the Minister for National Security in April 2022 told us all that when the judiciary consistently gives judgment that is seen to be slanted towards the government or here the ruling party, it breeds national security concerns. So it is not Solidaire that is saying it. The National Security Minister has already said it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have all also witnessed, as earlier on discussed by the head of the Political Science Department, the growing incidence of militarization in our sub-region, where forceful overthrow of democratic government have been greeted by mass public jubilation on their streets, the streets of Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Niger, Gabon account for this. The people of these countries happily rejected democracy and are actively supporting military rule because they accuse the democratic government they had of abusing their powers and privileges. Meaning, the democratic state institutions expected to checkmate the executive arm of government in those democracies failed to do what was expected of them in those constitutions. Certainly here in Ghana, we do not want our dear country to go on that tangent. Hence, our topic for today, protecting our democracy, the role of the judiciary. Mistrust in the Ghanaian judiciary is at an all-time high, with the appointment of partisan lawyers onto the bench, the perceived use of the judiciary against political opponents, and the consistent pronouncement of unanimous verdicts on contentious matters of huge national following and interest. This has earned the social media tag Unanimous FC. Anybody active on social media in Ghana, the netizens, have a certain tag for the judiciary in Ghana. They call it Unanimous FC, where some people can boldly predict the outcome of verdicts and they feel vindicated when it comes out as such. This is part of the reason why we have faced the country Ghana movement with their convener here, Oliver, and Benjamin Dakon, actively agitating for a new constitution that will usher us in to have a new judiciary setup. These developments are certainly worrying for our democratic experiment. To speak to this matter and the key role that state institutions like the judiciary must play to prevent the executive from abusing its power, and serve here in Ghana, ladies and gentlemen, we have the honor to speak boldly and freely today without the fear of being charged with contempt, because we have two judges in our midst. We cannot be charged with contempt. We are here under the supervision of a retired Justice of the Court of Appeal as our chairman for today's program. 10 years ago, at the 2012-2013 Annual General Conference of the Ghana Bar Association, one Justice Kweku John received the first of its incorruptible charge by the association.